bad. Everybody say bad hoes. Everybody say bad hoes. In unison, goddammit, everybody say bad hoes. Our feature for this evening is called Kyla, Jenee, Lacey. I got that right? Bet. Wait, did I get that right? I bet. Our feature for this evening, let me give you a little bit about her. Let me read her bio, all sexy and shit. Kyla is a 4-time finalist in the largest regional poetry slam in the country. She's about to bless y'all. I just want to let y'all know. She has toured close to 200 colleges and has been nominated as the Campus Activities Magazine's Best Female Performer. She is the illegitimate child of Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart because she loves art and crafts and rhyming. Hello? You tried it. You tried it. Her greatest accomplishment, however, is keeping her most clean litter box for her fur babies. Hello? Alright? So let's start building some energy. Let's start showing some right about now love for Kyla Jenee.
Oh, it's copper?
Yeah, don't lie.
Listen, Linda, honey, that's amazing. Linda, listen. How you guys doing? I'm like very crotchety about my name, so I apologize. You know, like when it's but I'm bad. How you guys doing tonight, Houston? I have a 7 a.m. flight out of Dallas in the morning, but
Oh God.
Yeah. Life is real. I mean, somebody has to go take care of my cats, so I live with 2 black guys, but they're cats. But it's all good. So I have to go. And it's like a really great relationship. So I think it reminds me of all the other relationships. Like I work and they just eat. So it's pretty much my life. But anywho, okay. So what's how much time we got in here? Huh? About 15 minutes? 20 minutes? 23 minutes. That's like an exact ass time too. Okay. Let me see. All right. What are y'all feeling tonight? Because I have like a few poems. I'm gonna start out with a hair poem. Cause like, yeah. I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna actually do 2 hair poems. Yeah. Cause like, so like about 2 years ago, July 2015, I cut off all my hair, and I went like I had hair like here. And I went from like, no offense, but I went from like boy don't be gentle to like a gentle boy. So like I look like a sexy tennis ball, And like has anybody like done the big chop? Like any of my, like pigmentationally enhanced friends? Oh, right, the big chop is like very serious. So it's like emotionally, oh my God, Xavier. But so like when my hair started to grow back, like when I got like I could use a whole bobby pin, I was like, shit is getting real serious. Like it's getting real serious. And so I felt like when my hair started growing back, I felt like my curls had personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like I was like inches or more like inch or whatever. So I wrote a poem about my hair, and I'll start out with that. Yeah. And for whatever. My curls have personality. No, wait. Hey, I just fucked up the poem. Let me start over. Already. Okay.
Rewind.
Because you love when poets rewind themselves. My curls are kinky. They love to get wet. They love hot oil dripped all over them. They are gymnasts. They are capable of backflips and front twists. My curls have personality. They will flirt with your boyfriend, but they don't like them like that. Because see, my curls used to be shy and had to lie in middle school just to feel accepted, and I cursed the day that they were ever made to feel that they weren't beautiful enough because my curls are untouchable. So don't even try them. Don't go near them if uninvited because their homegirls Coco and Shea will fight you if necessary because see, my curls are feminist. They don't play that shit. They sophisticated ratchet. They woke up like this. Okay. But not really. They woke up a little more like Frederick Douglass, but that's okay. Because they like to be free too and shit. Because see, my curls are obnoxious. They violate dress codes. They like their baby hair with baby hair and afros. They're diverse. They listen to J. Cole and Fiona Apple. But please know that my curls are unapologetically black. They're activists. They're not pretty for black curls. They're not team dark or light skin. They don't give a fuck about colorism. They understand that there are a couple of continents involved in their evolution, but they don't claim that shit. They're not hashtag team mixed chicks. My curls aren't racist. They have blonde friends. They don't need Allure magazine or Vogue to tell them how to be, but trust my curls are into fashion. They love silk scarves and cute little hats. They hate Kim Kardashian because she will try to appropriate their fullness and body and curves and say she was born with it naturally, bitch slurs. My curls love built-in pillow talk. They stay on my mind and yours too. They got you wrapped around their finger. They a little bit conceited. My curls have been heartbroken before, but they had to learn how to get over him, so they co-wash that man right out of them. They may put up a front, but in reality, my curls are soft, even when they rough around the edges. My curls think for themselves. My curls are water and grease and brush black girl blue magic. My curls are going natural. They are going back. Thank you. I got the lights and get a little naked. A little naked. Yeah, my feminism shaped her armpits this morning. It's all good. I'm feminist as fuck though. Cause feminism, fuck yeah! Alright, that's been a little mantra. Okay, so I'm like learning this poem a little bit. Like I kinda know it, but like I kinda don't know it. And if I'm competing against you in Southern Fried Xavier, close your ears. Thank you, boo. So this dude on Facebook complains about, yeah, it happens. I'm a horrible person on Facebook. I met that person that you want to be friends with Facebook, but you don't want to be friends with on Facebook. But no, so this dude on Facebook complained about being hit on by another man. And I was like, oh my God, tell me your life. Like, did he try to like shoot you or like follow you to your car in the Home Depot? Wow. Or any like that? No, he didn't. Or did he like, when you know, you were like, oh, I'm not interested. You weren't cute anyway. Bitch, I was cute 5 minutes ago though. So I wrote this poem because I feel like as a human being, you know, as a good person, it is my duty. You know what I'm saying? Not to please that booty, but it is my duty. It is my duty to give him a few pointers on how not to be hit on. You know what I'm saying? I call it the manual. I made it up myself. Okay. Alright, you know, I mean, whatever. I like corny jokes. It's all good. So this is the manual. And if I like fuck it up, just like rock with me and pretend like it was perfect, you know, just like my mom, you know, because she loves me. Whatever. She loves me no matter what. It's all good. To the man who complained about being hit on by another man, I feel it is my duty to give you a few pointers that will keep you safe from unwanted advances and increase your chances of keeping your dignity and underwear intact. Number 1. Don't show too much leg. No matter how hot it is outside, no matter how uncomfortable you are, unwanted advances are always more irritating than chafed legs. For it is better to have something on your skin than have something but somebody try to get underneath it. I think that's like a Bible quote or something. Number 2. Don't wear tight-fitting clothes. You all know how you love to wear those man-titty tempting tiny-ass workout shirts. Don't do that, even if you are working out. Actually, especially if you're working out. Men might stare at you while you're doing something so arbitrary as trying to stay healthy. They may even come up to you while you're listening to your headphones, or even worse, follow you around the gym, or to your car, or to your house. Number 3, don't smile, even when they tell you to, and trust they will tell you to. Even when instructed by a complete stranger to alter your mood to make them feel more comfortable, don't. It just invites even more unwanted attention, and exposed teeth can often be misread as, why yes, I do the oral. Plus, and as I hit my teeth, right? Plus, it is better to be thought of as a bitch than to be treated like one. Number 4, don't make any jokes, because any sign of having a sense of humor can be confused with I want to have sex. Now, it's a slippery slope. Slippery from the KY. Was that a joke? Fuck. Number 5. Don't take pride in your appearance, because an updo always screams, yes, undo this hair while you do me. 5A, don't, under any circumstances, grow an afro, because afros are slutty. They love to be touched all over by people they don't even fucking know. 6. Don't drink, and I don't just mean alcoholic beverages, but something as simple as water can find something slipped into it for somebody to slip into you. Number 7. Don't have an opinion. Don't be too right or too smart or have a personality too big, because even though they may be taller than you, they will still attempt to bring you down to size. I think that's what they call flirting. Number 8. No matter how tired you are, don't fall asleep. Especially around men who find you attractive, they'll call themselves your friends, because when men fall asleep around their friends, they wake up to penises drawn on their faces, while women wake up to penises drawn on their faces. Number 9. Don't tell him no thank you or that you're not interested when he asks for your number, because he might do something silly like shoot you in the face. Instead, tell him you have a boyfriend. Yes, I know you're straight, I got that. But no matter how firm or polite, a lot of men won't accept no for an answer. They will, however, be more likely to respect the boundaries that another man has established. So basically, don't go out there walking and talking and breathing and thinking and blinking and winking and singing and drinking and dancing and prancing and dondering and blitzing and celebrating Christmas and having a wish list and waking up and going to sleep and wanting to be and breathing, and you should be just fine. Thank you. Feminism, fuck yeah. Feminism, fuck yeah. Feminism, fuck yeah. Keep going, you're so crazy. Oh my god. What? Keep going, you're so crazy. He's gonna do it again, too. Huh? But it's but FR. So I was wait, it's a funny story I just wanted to share real quick. I was reading to these pre-K kids the other day, like was it Wednesday? And what's today? No, that's Tuesday or whatever. I don't know what day of the week is, but it was this week. And so like one of them had like gray hair, and he was 5 years old. It's a true story, but it wasn't like a shock patch. It was like he was going gray. So I was like, well, you know, you look like you have a lot of wisdom. I'm gonna let you pick the book. And so he was like, I don't know why I'm going gray. And I was like, well, maybe you're stressed out. Probably. And I was like, oh. It's like the cutest shit ever. I just wanted to share that story, but that really happened. His name was Zach, and he was like super adorable, and he had like a jean jacket, you know, and I was like, you're going places, kid. All right. So, rule number 1 of being a poet. Do you know rule number 1 of being a poet?
Don't be nice.
Well, no poet that's good is really nice. That's kind of our thing. Especially if you say our name's wrong. But rule number 1 is do not date other poets. So I was in love with this man-child-boy poet thing a couple of years ago, and he came to my birthday and he bought me like a whole bunch of cranberry juice, you know, not for bladder reasons because I was like obsessed with it at the time, maybe a little bladder reasons, and like a $150 gift card to Forever 21, which is like 74 outfits, right? And so, yeah, he had money. He had a good job, like in a real, yeah, because if you have bad poetry, you should at least have a good job. You know what I'm saying? already heard what I said, so. And it's live streamed. Alright, whatever. Well, you know, listen. So, listen, I am known to be petty. That is, listen, petty LaBelle right here. So, I'm not petty, I'm emotionally detail-oriented. Okay, I'm petty. So anyway, this true story. So he came to my birthday party, right? He surprised me, and 'cause he lived in a different city at the time. And so he was like, you know, Kyla, these last 2 years with you have been so amazing, but it's over. Happy birthday. Bitch, what? Right? Cried so hard, I got pneumonia. I got pneumonia, but it was like only in this lung, like this is my Tupac lung, this is my Drake lung, you know? So, right, no, this is a true story. So then, like, I stopped talking to him, and that's when he's like all in my inbox, liking, you know, pictures, to unlike him, to like him again, like I was thinking about you. Stop thinking, Satan, you know? And so, you know, then I found out it wasn't that I wasn't enough woman, I wasn't enough women. Like if I had 5 more vaginas, we'd probably still be cool. However, yeah, whatever. So when I confronted him about it, he was like, Kyla, I would never do you like that. But we should never speak again, which is guide code for oh shit. She found out retreat, right? So I wrote this poem. That day you know it's over, like you know you're done, because they like, you know, blocked you on Facebook and have like a restraining order out on you. I'm just kidding, he didn't block me on Facebook. But that day you're like, you know you're done? That day? Yeah, so this poem was written that day, you know. And may he rest in peace, because he's dead to me. Okay, cool. Amen. Fuck yeah. This is the breakup. And now the only makeup is verifiable watermarks smeared across my face. Laugh lines catch broken foundation as a symbolic end to our once jubilation-filled interactions. Now we've entered actions of contempt. Sound nights missed, but I'm pissed, so you should be too. 76 phone calls and 83 text messages won't explain all I have to say. The middle of I miss you replace with 4-letter oscillating words of misuse, because how can you hate the thing you love so much? This is the breakup, where fuck-ups become permanent blunders. The mind wonders if your good actions appear, then your bad ones, well, they must be too. And now that we don't speak, I resign myself to the notion that I'll probably never hear the truth, but I'm cool. Not like in demeanor, but I mean like temperature. Weathered storms that form cracks upon the solid heart, torn apart to form fragments of the whole person I used to be. Used to see light up in the distance. Now it's like a continuous Alaskan darkness bearing straight to the core of my existence. Because the other girls don't feel you the way that I do. So why should they get to feel you the way that I do? Because when you really love someone, you don't do them like that. You love me to my face. You should love me behind my back, because I always had yours. Had to open doors to previously closed emotional chambers of this heart that you left heartbroken like not so dry levees that left me broken, a flood of emotion, causing me to have more blues than New Orleans could ever get used to. My heartbeat was the downbeat to our melody, not beat down anybody who had the audacity to try to sing in our key, but our emotional clashes make the screeching sound like from Twisted Metal in airplane crashes. I guess that's the day the music died. And so did you and I. Any attempts to clear remnants of your presence now futile. I can't delete your number if I know it by heart. That's 10 digits, which is 8 fingers, 2 thumbs, all doing their part to diminish my existence when I dial your number and you answer just to say, who is this? Broken heart disease manifested itself in my chest, pneumonia-like compression, the stress of hopelessness literally leaving me breathless, because if you ever really cared about me, you'd have let me go long ago before you ruined me completely for the next man who might actually have the courage to love me in return, because I cannot return to you. Because our bridges have burned like hot tears spurned by cold emotion, digging my shallow nail beds deeply into my skin, trying in vain to literally pull myself away from you. I hope we were more than just art for each other. Or maybe we were just karma for each other. You were my repayment and I was yours. Maybe you were too good for someone and I was the whore, because we're always perfect at the wrong time and imperfect at the right one, so I just move forward instead of moving on. Mornings come about as easily as restless nights when I wake up to realize that this is finally the breakup. Thank you. Huh?
All right, y'all. Who here is having fun? Who here is enjoying the poetry? So y'all, our poet, our feature for this evening has traveled far, y'all. And so we want, she lives all the way from Atlanta. And so I want y'all to show her not only some love with your energy, but with your moolah, okay? So what I'm gonna do is pass around this tip jar. Please put all your love in here, okay? But like all your money also, okay? All right? Y'all ready?
Look him in the eye.
Y'all ready for some more poetry?
Yeah!
Y'all ready for this reading session to continue?
Yeah!
All right. Y'all back to the feature. All right, here we go.
All right, I'm gonna read a poem.
Woo!
I just wrote like what's today? Not like today's Thursday. Oh, today's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So I must have wrote this on Monday. Okay. I honestly, this year I literally, new shit. Ain't even flushed yet. Bye. My.
Respect the mic!
You may not like my poetry, but somebody does. So, keep going, you're so crazy. And I actually do love Aerosmith because I was like raised in the suburbs, like 3 words, I can swim, so that's how you know it's real. I wear sunblock and everything. I have shitty credit though, so that's all good. What was I gonna say? So, my natural friends. Remember what happened Monday with Shea Moisture?
Oh, girl, yeah.
So growing up as a black girl and like learning to embrace your hair, I didn't learn to embrace my hair until my you know, like black girls, like we're always taught to like, you know, tame our hair and like, you know, just like, and so the one time we have a company that is like marketed to us, and then they like have the audacity to do like a hair hate campaign, and then it's like, hey, thank you black women, we know that you like literally like built our company, but we're not gonna put you in this campaign. And so, rightly so, like all of the black girls who depend on Shea Moisture for their bomb ass twist out. First of all, also everybody is not worth your bomb ass twist out, okay? But all the black girls, you know, we were rightfully upset. And so I wrote this poem about it on Monday. I'm talking to you, Shea Moisture, bitches. Okay. It's just a little something I put together, you know. For colored girls with 4A to 4C hair who've attempted relaxers when Shea Moisture is not enough. In July of 2015, I cut my shoulder-length relaxed hair completely off. The new sphere shape I was rocking was maybe an allusion to the fact that my world was changing, learning to embrace the same parts of me that I had learned to hate for the previous 20 years. Because they don't teach little black girls how to love themselves in the suburbs or anywhere else for that matter, because black hair gets matted, napped and knotted, given grades based upon behavior. Good hair doesn't get put in the corner or cornrows, need to be tamed because it broke the comb. Little black girls get their hearts broken every day though. I once read somewhere growing up as a black girl in America is like being raised in a house and never seeing your picture on the wall. Then along came a little company called Shea Moisture, whose humble beginnings began on the street corners of Harlem, hustling products that were made for the people of Harlem and Detroit and the south side of Chicago. People who were brown like me, little black girls, could grow up with a little hope that their new growth was not a menace to them being considered beautiful. Finally, a product that wasn't made from petrolatum and lye that we could rely on. Then fast forward to April 2017, when the same company who had given black women so much hair care relief, whose name black women had exalted, spouted how the cost of their products was worth it, sister girling their friends on how to get the same curls, made an ad campaign about hair hate. Featuring speaking parts of 4 women, 3 of them white, 1 racially ambiguous. The curliest paper bag passer described how someone once threw paper in her hair. I wonder if her parents also decided to put a relaxer and weave in it at the age of 3. The other 3 white women, one described how she hated her hair so much that she dyed it blonde for 7 years. I wonder if she ever had to fear not having a job because she was a redhead, or how her man leaving her when her roots began to show. I wonder how many times people asked her to show proof that she wasn't really a blonde, and if that was her real hair. When she wanted to see her hair in its natural state, did she have to chop it all off and embrace the same thing that people claim was ugly? Did she feel like a boy at times? Did she look at her curls and whine that they weren't growing fast enough? Was her ugly stage a whole 12 months? Did whole companies get their start by targeting redheads that should go blonde? Because black women are never allowed to have anything for ourselves, not even our anger. Because out of the thousands of hair care products that are marketed to everyone but us, we finally had some healthy representation in the aisles. Shea Moisture was my go-to choice for hair care products, and now I just have to be more wise. Thank you. Woo! Thank you. I did utilize my product though, because I'm not stupid. Okay. You see me with my little Beyonce. You see me. That's a little Willow stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna end with these 2 poems. Another feminist, fuck yeah! Feminism, fuck yeah! Feminism, fuck yeah! Xavier, look them in the eyes, okay? Show them titties, look them in the eyes. Listen, Robert, he bought me tacos, so now I have to put out, basically. So, I was gonna do it anyway, but. Hey, you know, listen. If poetry doesn't work out, I'll work out. I'll just put it that way. If poetry doesn't work out. Okay, so I used to date this guy named Satan. I think that's what his name was. It's been so long. But yeah, oh, you guys dated him too? Yeah. So he had this friend. We'll call his friend Katie because that's his name. So apparently, Katie had a crush on me, and I saw Katie years later. And Katie was like, "Oh my God, you have to let me take you out." And I was like, "Oh my God, how did you know my favorite food is free food?" Ha! This is so crazy. And so he took me to Chili's for the 2-for-1. Ballin', got money. And so he was like, "Kyla, you used to be such a nice girl." And I was like, "Well, I'm not that nice anymore." And he's like, "Why?" And I was like, because men will do shit to you after a while and you become callous. And I was like, for instance, like I was out with my friends, just enjoying my life, and this dude literally bit me on my ass. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What?" And so at the end of the night, he like grabbed me on my ass. And I was like, "Bro, we didn't just have this conversation." I would have cursed him out, but he didn't pay for the meal yet. And so so then he was like, at the end of it, he was like, "You know what? Now you owe me dinner." And I was like, "I don't owe you shit." But in my head though, in my head, because I got home training. Not really. And so I wrote this poem about, you don't owe me shit. Yes. My mouth is dry. I can't even black girl pop. No. Fuck it up. Dear men, males, dudes, guys, whatever works for you. I am here to announce to you that I don't owe you shit. I am not an employee at your business. It is my time, and I use it however I see fit. I don't owe you dinner. Yes, sometimes I am hungry, but never for your attention. I don't owe you an ass grab as a consolation prize for you waiting patiently in the wings for me and my ex-boyfriend, your friend, to meet our inevitable demise. I appreciate your patience, but you can go somewhere and continue waiting because I don't owe you anything. Not even a countdown of when I will allow you out of this hellish purgatory like friend zone that you placed yourself in. And by the way, why is it men always complain about the friend zone, but when you tell me you have a boyfriend, that's the first place they ask to go? I don't owe you a lie about having a boyfriend. But I do it to spare your feelings, and somehow I'm still considered a bitch. I don't owe you coming over to you when you call for me like I'm a bitch. I don't owe you the number of men that I've been with. I don't owe you my phone number, and if I don't want to talk to you face to face, why would I consider a conversation with you my free anytime, no Roman roll over daytimes minutes? I don't want you. Like not even a little bit. No, we can't meet for coffee. I prefer my stalkers to drink decaf anyway. I don't owe you telling you that I'm gay just so you can say as far away from me as humanly possible. I don't owe you having to stop to talk to you just for me to tell you the shit that I just mentioned. I don't owe you a smile. I don't want to fucking smile. Because you are getting my nerves. I don't owe you a fake name or a fake hello, hey Romeo. My inbox is not an end to my box. Be gone and tell your girlfriend I said hi. Oh, I didn't text you back. Oh, my bad. I was too busy ignoring you. I don't owe you a sangria just because you bought me I don't owe you a arm candy just because you bought me a sangria, which you offered. Doesn't mean that I have to sign a contract to you written in blood, giving my firstborn as an offering, stand faithfully next to you until the club closes, go home with you, but I don't owe you a pity fuck. And just because we did it once, doesn't mean I owe you another one. Oh, I fucked some guy you know. Shit happens. But that doesn't mean it will happen to you. I don't owe you modesty just because my want to dress a certain way concludes with you wanting to undress me. That's your problem. I don't owe you a nervous giggle that covers up my disgust or even fear as you lustfully tell me all the things you would do to me and how someone isn't doing it right. My lips don't owe you a good night. Neither do my thighs or neither parts of my person. Did you forget that I was a person? Did you forget that my name was not just a label for property? Did you forget my name or even bother asking it as you grab my wrist, waist, and ass because you weren't intelligent enough to realize you can get my attention by saying something without the use of your hands. I don't owe you a drink. I don't owe you 2 drinks. I don't owe you passed out sex with me. I don't owe you keeping quiet about you violating me, and most importantly, I don't owe you a damn thing. Thank you. I don't have a coke problem, I just have an itchy nose, so I just have an itchy nose. I don't have a coke problem. I don't even have a Pepsi problem, shit, you know. Here's a Pepsi, stop racism. I'm Kyla Jenee. I appropriate black culture. Stop racism now. That ends. Speaking of Kyla Jenee and appropriation of black culture, I grew up in about 20 minutes away from where Trayvon Martin was murdered. One of my close friends, childhood friends, as well as current friends, was George Zimmerman's teacher and was actually the prosecution's witness. And I grew up in like diet racism, like racism light, like equal, you know, but like not equal technically. Right, yeah, but still all of the hurt.
The cancer.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm a writer for a living. I got like a 31 out of 35 on the ACT and just the reading, not the science. But I still, I mean, I literally like studied foreign language. That was like my original major, but I couldn't get above a C on a fucking paper. And this teacher cause she was just a hard grader, right? She loved me so much that she wanted me to sit close to her in the back of the classroom. Me and the other 2.5 black kids in the class, we got to sit near her in the back of the classroom. So, you know, the best quote I heard about white privilege is, your life is not hard because you're white, it's just not hard because of it. Right? Right? Did I say it right? A little bit. But yeah, so this is my ode to white privilege, and yeah.
How liberal they are now.
All right. Oh.
My best friend in high school was white.
Oh, listen, I have white friends too. I'm not racist. I've had sex with a white person before. Not a big deal, literally. It's not a big deal. Okay. I'm a whore. I really have had. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching. We learned your French. We learned your English, we learned your Spanish, we learned your Dutch, your Portuguese, your German. You learned our nothing, you called us stupid. That's white privilege. And I'm sure it probably hurts for you to hear those 2 words, kind of like gunshots and explosions from those commissioned to protect you with whisking past your ears. What is white privilege? It is the only 5 decades of legal acknowledgement expected to correct 400 years of white transgression. It's crack versus cocaine. Blacks receiving almost 20% longer sentences for the same exact offenses. Like, for instance, a black man without a record is less likely to get a job than a white felon, or maybe it's because we're lazy and we don't work hard enough. Like, what the fuck? 400 years in the same field literally is an incredible resume builder. It is Katrina answering the government's prayers of eugenics, Dick Cheney going fishing the next day, Condoleezza on a shopping spree, Bush in San Diego, but Kanye is the one you call crazy because, like, it only took the USA 2 days to get aid to Asia, but 5 for FEMA to get to Canal Street and Esplanade. Is the one black kid who beat the shit out of the odds, but only thanks to Sandra Bullock, Michelle Pfeiffer, and the White Shadow, so now we all can make it. It is the only time thousands of white people are cheering for the black kid to win. It is in the stadium. It is you looking at me crazy if I told you to go back to Europe, even though we didn't have a say. It is you all of a sudden having a problem with immigration, like this isn't even your nation. How the hell did you discover some shit that wasn't even missing to begin with? You Columbus our traditions. Had white girls twerking in high definition with multicolored hair and purple nails, but it was ghetto when we did it. Oh, I make you uncomfortable. Try a cramped slave ship, but wait. Slavery is over now. It's just called the prison system because, like, you're not racist because you don't use the N-word, but y'all use niggas every day. What is white privilege? It is the acceptance of bombs over Baghdad, but not over Boston. It is European history being taught as a major and African as an elective. It is learning about my people only 28 days like I'm not black every fucking second as every white boy. When the fuck my brains out, not because I'm pretty, but because I'm pretty for a black girl. It is people thinking that Africa is one nation. It is the waving of the Confederate flag like you didn't lose the battle and then telling us to get over slavery. It is people saying that black people destroyed neighborhoods but forgetting that white people have destroyed continents. It is every time I bring up my plight, some white man has to tell me that I'm crazy but is kind enough to praise my English or say that we're all given the same opportunities, even though he has a family history of wealth and I don't even know my family history at all. Is the justification of police brutality. Like, what did that person do? I'm sure it doesn't hurt as much when the victim doesn't look like you. It is people thinking that affirmative action is an unfair advantage instead of keeping the qualified from being unfairly disadvantaged or throwing out a qualified applicant because their name sounded too African American. Is Newports imported into black communities, but black boys exported for weed as big plastic asses that are called fat when we naturally have them. It is an Australian woman whose new classic of rap music is everyone who hears this poem dismisses all this truth I just spit as reverse racism. That is white privilege. Thank you. I'm exhausted. I do have product. I have a couple of CDs. They're $10 each. It's like close to Linda, honey, I'm here with you. Linda, listen, honey. What else was I saying? I have the social medias. My Instagram is frequentfly_her. I follow back. And if you see any scantily clad pictures of me in Hawaii, my mama took that because she supports my hoe. Thank you very much. Even though those pictures got me fired from substitute teaching, it's all good. I love those kids though. My tweeters is Kyla_Lacey. And if you like cats and rants and not marijuana, my Snapchat is Kyla Did It. KYLA Did It. Yeah, so I'll be all the way right there. Thank you, Houston. Oh yeah! Thank you again. Boys, I'm gonna say it right because that would be like a real asshole thing to say right now. You know, that would be like really fucked up. Chris, Chris, yes. Yeah, see, I remember. And thank you, all of y'all for watching. Appreciate you. Fuck yeah! Thank you.